What could bring a man like Hyun, renowned for his poise, strength, and icy charm, to tears? In a world where fame often buries truth, his recent confession has shattered illusions and unveiled a love story more powerful than any drama he's ever starred in. This isn't just another celebrity romance, it's a tale of hidden pain, unspoken promises, and a destiny written far from the cameras. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we uncover the emotional journey behind Hyunbin's heartfelt revelation, right now. I tried to hide it for so long, but the weight of silence became unbearable. With those trembling words, Hyunbin, the star who conquered Asia with his steely gaze and unshakable charisma, broke into tears on national television, sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. During the emotional finale of TVN's A Night with the Stars, the acclaimed actor revealed not just a love story, but a hidden saga of heartbreak, sacrifice, and fate that fans had only dreamed of. A public persona, a private war, Hyunbin, real name Kim Tae Pyong, has always been the image of composure. From Crash Landing on You to Secret Garden, he's the man who never falters. But as he faced the live cameras on March 23, something was different. His voice quivered, his eyes, often so calm, brimmed with emotion. "I thought I could separate the actor from the man," he said. "But love, real love, doesn't stay behind the curtain." Then came the first shock. Hyunbin revealed that he had once nearly walked away from acting, at the peak of his fame, because of a relationship he was desperately trying to protect from the public eye. The woman behind the curtain. While most assumed he was referring to his wife, actress Sun Ye-jin, the story took a turn no one expected. It began before Crash Landing on You, years before. He confessed, "There was someone who changed everything for me." Hyunbin disclosed that during the filming of The Fatal Encounter, 2014, he fell deeply in love with someone outside the industry, a pianist he met during a charity event in Vienna. "She was not a celebrity. Not someone who craved fame. She made me feel like I wasn't just an actor," he said. "With her, I was just me." They had a secret romance that lasted over 3 years, hidden beneath layers of security, code names, and private flights. The story was real, raw, and shockingly undocumented by the media until now. A love torn by the spotlight. Their relationship, as Hyunbin painfully admitted, began to crack under the pressure of fame. Paparazzi sniffed out fragments, tabloids invented names, and sponsors grew nervous. "I had to choose between the career I had built for decades or the woman who gave my life meaning," he said through tears. "And I chose the wrong one." He let her go, not because the love faded, but because the world wouldn't allow them peace. This moment marked the breaking point. For a man so often in control, this raw confession shook not only his fans but also his fellow guests on the show. The studio fell completely silent. The second chance no one saw coming. Just when the audience thought the story was over, Hyunbin dropped the second bombshell. After almost 6 years apart, after marrying Sun Ye-jin and becoming a father, he received an anonymous letter. It was postmarked from Vienna. Inside, a single line: "Did you find what you were looking for?" He later confirmed that it was from her, the pianist. This revelation sent the room spinning. But Hyunbin clarified immediately, "I love my wife. And my family is my everything. But I had to say this out loud because this part of my past shaped me more than anyone knows." A man reborn. The confession wasn't about rekindling an old flame. It was about release. About finally shedding the weight of a story buried under years of silence. "It's not betrayal. It's not regret. It's truth," Hyunbin said. "And I believe the people who care about me deserve to know who I really am, not just the roles I play." The audience at A Night with the Stars gave him a standing ovation. Some wept, others watched in stunned silence. On social media, hashtags like #HyunbinConfession and #TearsBehindTheFame began trending globally within minutes. What comes next? Industry insiders speculate that this confession may open a new chapter in Hyunbin's career. One not just defined by his acting talent, but by his humanity. Rumors have also surfaced that a Netflix docuseries based on his life is now in early talks, with producers interested in expanding the story he just began to tell. Meanwhile, Sun Ye-jin has remained silent on the issue, with her agency promising an official statement once emotions have settled. In less than half a day, over 3.2 million tweets were posted under hashtags like hashtag Hyunbin confession, hashtag tears behind the fame, and hashtag we love you Hyunbin. The Korean hashtag #jinsumi Hyunbin, meaning Hyunbin of truth, trended at number 1 across South Korea, Japan, and even parts of Southeast Asia. Instagram saw a flood of reel reposts, story mentions, and tribute videos, while TikTok reaction clips reached tens of millions of views in a matter of hours. Fans responded with an outpouring of emotion. One widely shared tweet read, "I've admired him for years. But this is the first time I've truly felt him." Another user wrote, "Tears don't lie. That wasn't acting. That was raw. That was Hyunbin, the man, not the superstar." Across platforms, the tone was clear. Admiration not just for his career, but for his courage in being so vulnerable. One of the most quoted fan reactions came from an Instagram post. "I've never seen him weak like that, but I've never seen him so real either." On Reddit, a heartfelt post titled, "Hyunbin just shattered every wall he's built for 2 decades, quickly climbed to the front page of K-drama," receiving over 16.700 upvotes and thousands of comments. Many users described watching the confession as a personal experience, a moment that made them reflect on their own relationships, regrets, and unspoken truths. The impact wasn't limited to fans. Within hours, some of Korea's biggest celebrities took to social media to show their support. Park Seo-joon tweeted, "Hong, you've always been our pillar. Tonight, we are yours." IU posted under a clip of the broadcast on Instagram, writing, "I cried. That was love. And it was loss. And it was art." Actor Kim Son-ho simply stated, "We're all allowed to be human. Thank you for reminding us." Notably, Sun Ye-jin, Hyunbin's wife, has not released an official statement. However, her close friend Jung So-min posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story. "Sometimes it takes courage to bleed in front of the world. Tonight, he was more than brave." The comment sparked speculation about what Sun Ye-jin might be feeling behind the scenes. But as of now, her agency has stated she will respond when the time feels right. Social media analytics tell the full story of this digital eruption. On X, formerly Twitter, the hashtag Hyunbin confession held the number 1 spot globally for 16 consecutive hours. Instagram recorded more than 780,000 story mentions, while TikTok hosted over 200,000 reaction videos. The most viewed video, titled, "Hyunbin Breaks Down," full clip, surpassed 18 million views within 8 hours of upload. On YouTube, fan-made compilations of his emotional moments were uploaded by the thousands. The confession even made the front page of Naver and Yahoo Japan. Culture critics and digital analysts have weighed in on why the moment resonated so deeply. Min Jae-won, a media studies professor from Yonsei University, explained, "In a culture that prizes image, when someone like Hyunbin, whose brand is emotional control and elegance, breaks that mold, it's a collective catharsis." He didn't just tell his story. He gave people permission to feel their own pain. TVN has announced that the next episode of A Night with the Stars will include behind-the-scenes footage of the confession, along with extended interviews and unaired moments. Producers have hinted that Hyunbin's moment has rewritten the emotional standard for celebrity interviews. Meanwhile, rumors swirl about a possible docuseries or a memoir project. One Netflix insider, requesting anonymity, revealed that talks have already begun regarding a potential collaboration focusing on Hyunbin's life behind the cameras.